What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at this heavily modified Honda Civic with a 1.8 litre turbocharged engine. Today I'm going to show you around it. I'm going to show you the most important modifications on this car. Yeah, we'll take a tour around this 1998 Civic, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, I know that you guys love these Honda Civics. I mean, you guys love Hondas in general, basically, because every time we have something that is, you know, a Type R or something like that, the views are through the roof, the comments are overwhelmingly positive, and well, you just seem to really like them. So today we thought we'd take what was the first generation Type R Civic. This would have been an EK9 Type R Civic, but this is a regular Civic, so it's an EK series from 1998, as I said, and this is Manuel's car, so you can follow Manuel on Instagram. This is his handle, Manuel_Aiden, or you can also check out ek.b18c4.turbo on Instagram if you want to follow Manuel and the progression of his Honda Civic, because today is an introductory review. I'm not going to strain it too much because there are some issues with some things, and it is currently running in mid boost, which should be safe, 360 horsepower, but at full boost this thing generates over 475 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque. So it is a real pocket rocket, this thing. But today we're going to do it, I'm going to walk around it, I'm going to show you the mods, then we'll take it for a drive with 360 horsepower, and then Manuel will come back later on with the full whack. So, wheels and tires. We've got these super cute Honda wheels. Absolutely love those. These are 15-inch, and then we've got these Toyo Proxys R888R tires. I mean, these are basically slicks, as you can see. I mean, I don't know if this is a very old tire or they just don't have that much to begin with, but this is basically a slick tire. But it is a really nice look. It just looks so cool, these slicks on this little Honda. And then we've got Brembo brakes with upgraded brake pads. Brakes, they are a bit, you know, almost gone, so not going to do the top speed either today. But I mean, look at this thing. It is a zero fucks given Civic VTEC turbo, but the fucks are given in the right place. So I mean, the bumper is a bit rusty here and it's a bit loose, and I mean, that doesn't matter. Manuel cares about the important stuff, what's under the hood. So that's really cool. I really love that, because you wouldn't say that this is such a crazy car looking at it. Suspension wise, we've got a BC coilover set as well, and at the rear you can see that we have 1Li tires. I guess that's Chinese, but these are the S106 3s, so yeah, I mean, gotta have those. But yeah, that doesn't really matter. The front tires, of course, are the most important ones. 3-inch exhaust all the way straight front to rear. Nice little turbo badge at the rear as well, little spoiler. And then let's take a look at the engine. So there we go. This is the B18C4 engine, stock, somewhere between 170 and 175 horsepower. Now with all these mods, 360 on mid boost. I mean, let's try to focus on the most important things and the things you can see, other than, you know, it being super nice and clean. We've got this ram horn exhaust manifold, super beautiful. We've got a GT30 turbo, which is an AliExpress turbo, but it seems to work really, really well, and Manuel is very happy with it. So apparently you can buy a turbo at AliExpress and it actually works. Now I've got a list here because I'm not going to be able to remember everything and I don't want to miss anything. So we've got a tile wastegate as well, ram horn exhaust manifold, as I said. I mean, you know why it's called a ram horn, because it has those super beautiful curves. Then we've got a Skunk 2 Pro intake right there, looks cool as well. Nice little strut brace too. We've got a 2.5 inch intercooler pipe, emission window intercooler. Rods and pistons, cylinder support system, so that means that the cylinders are reinforced. Sneaker tuning, did the remap, which, you know, they are the guys to go to if you want to tune your Honda. Then we've got 1000cc injectors, coilovers, as I said, 3-inch downpipe as well, and then those tires and upgraded brakes. Now that's not everything probably. I mean, I did miss a few things probably, but anyway, there are a lot of parts on this car that make it go this fast, and it looks awesome as well. Super nice. And check out the interior, which is super nice and basic. And we've got these Type R seats as well, very nice. VTEC seat belts, that adds a couple of horsepower. And I have to say that I wasn't expecting to be this comfortable in this super small little hatchback, a Japanese hatchback, and I can actually fit in here. I mean, the seating position is not ideal, but it's not bad. I wasn't expecting this. It's quite a spacious little hatchback, but of course the old cars, they didn't have to have so many safety features and stuff like that, so they usually are a bit more, they feel a bit more spacious, these small cars. So let's start it up. Why did I close the door? You guys want to hear this, of course. Now we've got a little 5-speed gearbox here, which looks like it's a bit loose, but it's actually very nice. It clicks into place. It's very precise as well, and it's a very easy car to get to terms with. But yeah, you'll see that a bit more because I've driven this car from the Autobahn to here, which is like 10 minutes. It did the POV. That's it. I mean, you just get used to the car so easily, so quickly. And of course we've got VTEC kicking in at around 4300 RPM, which you will hear, of course. Okay. So this is a 1.8 liter dual overhead cam VTEC engine. And it's got just over twice. Oh, we're going to do the tunnel, of course. Just over twice the horsepower of the stock engine. Oh, there are so many things happening at the same time in this car. It is really cool. All those different sounds. You've got, of course, the engine itself. You've got the wastegate. You've got the VTEC kicking in. You've got that exhaust burbling away, popping sometimes, you know, real pops. And of course that turbo, you can hear that as well. Oh, it sounds really awesome. But it is quite sensitive to the road, basically, with those big semi-slick tires at the front. You can feel the car moving with the road, but it's actually pretty controllable. And as I said, it's a very easy car to come to terms with. It sort of tells you what it's going to do ahead of time, you know. It's very, very communicative, and that's really, really nice, because you know, you've got a lot of power on those front wheels. It's a bit dirty here, which is not great for these tires, of course. But you've got a lot of power on those front wheels, and it's absolutely fine with it. I do believe it also has a torsion limited slip diff. And you can shift that gearbox really quickly. Oh, everything is so direct. Oh, it just feels really good actually. It feels really nice. It's just a fun car. So it is a bit of a Frankenstein, this car. There are parts from all kinds of Hondas. There are a lot of tuning parts on it, and it amazes me that it feels, you know, I mean, does it feel sketchy? Yeah, a little bit. Am I worried about driving this car with 475 horsepower? Yeah, big time. But in this setup, 360 horsepower on those front wheels, it actually works kind of great. It's just the right amount of sketchy. Like, you want it to be a little sketchy, right? So you feel alive and you feel like, you know, this little small Japanese hatchback has just a little bit too much power for its own good. That's when you have fun. 475 horsepower, that is going to be very intense, but you know, I am going to test that car as well, or test the car again in the name of science. So let's do a 100 to 200 pull, third gear. I'm not going to break any records, but that is 100 to 200. Now, the impressive thing is that we sent Manuel to do his own runs because, you know, we thought in this car we are not going to beat him in his own car doing the runs. Normally we think like, okay, normally, you know, if the difference isn't that big, then we will just do the run. So we sent Manuel out in his own car and he did a 9:05 100 to 200 kilometer an hour run. That is super impressive. That is really quick for a 360 horsepower car. Of course it's completely empty when I'm not trying to do top speed runs, but okay, whatever. But 9:05, I mean, look at the list. Look at some of the cars that are around it right now. That is mega quick for a car with this amount of power. Of course it's also super light. I mean, it's only like 1100, just over 1100 kilos probably. Okay, let's do a little second gear run. That is awesome. That is awesome. It sounds so cool. It really has that VTEC sound. So let's see if I can let you guys hear that. So I'll put my foot down at 4,000, third gear, and there it goes. You have to wait for the turbo to spool up and that VTEC to hit, but when it does, it just flies. It absolutely goes. So I think at like 4,500 RPM, that's when, well, maybe even 5, that's when the car really starts going and starts delivering that power. Below that, it's a bit dead, but that's part of the charm, if you ask me. Oh, it does move around a little bit, but it's actually pretty manageable. It's like screaming. And you can just feel that it's so light. Oh, that is awesome. Manuel, you've got an awesome car, man. This is freaking... it feels so freaking racy. Really, really awesome. I mean, you can tell I'm not straining the car. I'm really not trying to extract everything from it because I just don't feel comfortable doing that. You know, seeing that Manuel told us that he had some issues and that we can run it on mid boost. So next time, make sure you watch the video. Next time we will bring the whole shebang, and the car will have 475 horsepower. And well, I'm really curious to see what that is like, because this is already awesome. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Click the big button. You can also check out this video or this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.